It is time to install our KF Airfoils, and normally I would just do this entire build with foam tack, but for expediency I'm also going to use some hot glue to tack it down so that I'm not having to keep everything in place waiting on the foam tack to cure. You'll notice that when you put your decal on your KF Airfoils, because they're so thin and they're so light, it will bow it up a little bit. So if you're going to use foam tack to do the entire build like I normally do, then just something heavy, or not heavy, but heavy enough that it's going to hold down each end while the foam tack cures. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get some foam tack on all the edges of the KF2 airfoil. I've got a couple scrap pieces of foam to do my cleanup with, and then I'm going to use some hot glue just to tack down the ends of it. That's going to hold everything in place while I'm waiting on the foam tack to cure. I'm going to do one KF airfoil on camera, and then I'll do the other one off camera, and then we'll come back and look at the finished product. Make sure that you got something available for cleanup of your glue. It won't take a lot of glue to attach this. Okay, so I've got my foam tack on there, and now I'm just going to use a little hot glue to tack it in place. And that is it. The most important thing is to make sure that you get it positioned at the front leading edge of your wing plate so that you don't have much, if any, sanding to do once you get it in place. And then when we get this all set up, what I'm going to do is put just a layer of tape over the leading edge of the wing plate and the KF airfoil. Number one, to protect it, and number two, to make it slick so it cuts through the air a little bit better, and also to protect the leading edge of the decals if you guys are going to use decals on yours. Alright, so the hot glue is going to hold that KF airfoil in place while the foam tack cures. I'm going to go ahead and get the other KF airfoil in place, and then we'll be back to see the finished product. We have our KF2 airfoils in place. The profile looks pretty good. I'll probably have just a little bit of cleanup to do with the sponge sanding block on this very edge. But yeah, we are there. So KF2 airfoils are installed. We're complete with that. It's on to the next step.